one of the funny things. Like, one of my good friends is a Swedish guy, and we always speak English together, which in my parents' generation, that would never happen. They would always speak like Danish and Swedish to each other. But in our generation, we speak English to each other, which is basically ridiculous because it's almost the same language, but we just find it easier to speak English. It has such a massive impact on a day-to-day life. Normally, you know, if I have to find information about something, I always take the English Wikipedia because it's much more elaborate than the Danish one. Shop names and just so on and so on. You know, but anyways, we use that a lot. Whatever is also a word you use all the time. And actually, we would use a lot more. We would even like put in phrases, like even if there's a word we don't remember in Danish, we would just say it in English. We have those people standing in the streets asking you if you want to sign up and be a member of like some social cause or something like that. And we call them faces. And I just recently found out that English-speaking countries don't actually use that word, but in Denmark we use it. And that is weird, right? Why we wouldn't choose a Danish word for that? My dad has a consultancy firm called Søndergaard Advice because our last name is Søndergaard, so he chose the English version Søndergaard Advice. And the funny thing is that nobody questions that. It's just like, of course he calls it Søndergaard Advice, even though I don't think he have a single client which are like from outside Denmark. I remember when I came back from my travels, I would just like talk with my friends. It wasn't even like, of course I talk to my friends normally. This was more like just a liberating feeling of just being able to crack jokes and tell exactly what your experience was of whatever. I love the language, I love to speak it. I think it is, of course, extremely important to like preserve the Danish language because most of our cultural heritage is in the language.